Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about why you are a slave to money, and this is a word that I could not use on TikTok, and so I wanted to make a video about it because on TikTok it's very sensitive. You can't say certain words, but I can be a little bit more open and free with my language on YouTube. And so today I wanted to share with you guys what it means to be a slave to money, how to know if you're a slave to money, and also how to get out of the enslavement and release yourself from the shackles of being enslaved to money. And okay, so let's get into it. So what it means to be enslaved to money, 90 or more like I would say like 90 to 95 probably more of people are enslaved to money, which means that they cannot make decisions because of money. They have to check in with money first. They have to go places that they don't want to go because of money. They have to buy things that they don't want to buy because of money or because there's not enough money. They have to be around certain people. They have to date certain people. They have to choose career paths and jobs, all in the name of money. And so a lot of people don't really understand this concept because they understand it a little bit, but it goes a lot deeper than what you think, because you might think, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like, okay, like if I want this item and I only have this much in the bank account, I can't afford the item, I'm enslaved to money. Yes, but deeper, but way deeper. So it's not only people who don't have enough money, it's everyone. It's also the people who have a shit ton of money. Rich people, I've seen some of the most wealthiest people do this exact thing, to where and I've literally been, you know, around these people, and it's like they have to choose the more expensive item because I have to maintain this image, and like we're this kind of person. Like I used to work in a real estate office, a very like luxury real estate office, and they would all do this. They would all be like, well, you know, we're this office and we make this amount of money, so like we have to get this thing. And it was like still making decisions because of money. Even though they had a lot of money, they truly were not able to detach from money and not let themselves to just desire. And so that is what life is about. Life is about just expressing and manifesting your deepest desires. And so if I go into a store and there's two different items and I want this one, I'm gonna have this one. I don't care how much it costs. I don't care if it's $1 million, if it's $1, if it's $1,000, $100, I'm gonna find a way to get it. Because at the end of the day, money is so abundant. Money is actually 100% free. Money is free. All you have to do to get more money is literally call upon it. You don't have to be high vibe. A lot of people make that mistake and they think, oh, like let me just say a bunch of affirmations and be so high vibe and be the best person. There's some of the worst people on earth with a lot of money. It's not about being a good person. It's not about being high vibe. It's not about being spiritual. It's about simply saying, I get to have it. And so everything else in your life is for you. So I'm not spiritual and I'm not a good person because I want to attract money. I'm spiritual and I'm a good person because I want to be spiritual and I want to be a good person. I still get to have money regardless. If I was a serial killer, I still get to have money. And there's evidence for that. There's people who are the worst people, like I said, on earth with a bunch of money. I don't think Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein, before all that happened, I don't think they were like saying affirmations like we're great people. Maybe, but I really doubt that. And there's some of the best people on earth with the highest vibe, with the most loving energy, who literally have no abundance and no wealth. Why? Because they have decided that they don't get to have access to that and tap into that. So it's not about being in a certain state. The only state you have to be in is in your own being and just allowing money to be receptive towards you. And so how to know if you're enslaved to money, I used to do this all the time, where I would start businesses because it would make money. Like I would see all those people, the drop shippers, people doing Airbnb, like all those like internet side hustles. I would always be like, oh my god, like I'm gonna start a drop shipping, and I did, and I failed. I failed at so many online businesses. And again, I saw like people doing the Airbnb, like, oh my God, I can make like an extra 5K a month doing Airbnb. And just like, you know, thinking of all these different business opportunities. And then I realized, like, wait a second, like everything literally makes money. Like there is not one thing on earth that cannot be monetized. You can even monetize yourself. And so what I started realizing, I was like, wait a second, like everything seems to make money. So I don't have to choose a business because of money. I don't have to choose a career path because of money. I don't have to choose things that I want because or not because of money. I get to just want what I want, period, without the involvement of money, and money gets to support that desire. So I first come to the table and I'm like, listen, this is what I want. Regardless of any outside circumstances, any dollar signs, this is what I want. From that place of this is what I want, then money gets to come in and support that vision. You see how that works? It's not the other way around. Money wants to be there for you. And by you allowing yourself to be receptive towards money, that is you doing money like a good job. Like that is what money gets in return, is the fact that it gets to be in your presence, it gets to be spent, it gets to be saved, it gets to be, you know, all the things that you do with money. And so how you can stop being a slave to money is, and I made a whole TikTok video about this, but this is like the deeper version. Number one, you want to stop thinking and obsessing and like, oh my God, money, 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 money. Like literally just pretend that money doesn't exist. Like a lot of people make this mistake and they make, again, decisions on money. Like my family, they're like, oh, where are we gonna go on vacation? They're like, oh, like let's go here because of money, because it's cheaper at this destination. Enslaved to money. So if you're planning a vacation, right? If you're planning a vacation to Mexico and you're like, okay, we're gonna go to Mexico because it's cheap, you're enslaved to money. Because do you actually want to go to Mexico? Like, do you want to experience Mexico, or do you just want to go to Mexico because of cheap, because of money? You're enslaved to money. So stop thinking about money and stop thinking that the things that you have something to do with money. Like stop thinking like, okay, well, I really want a Rolex watch, but like I only have this amount in my bank account. Oh, I can't, like, no, just like say like I want a Rolex watch. Just start desiring your truest desires, regardless of how much it costs. It doesn't matter how much it is. If it's a little bit, if it's cheap, if it's super expensive, just start desiring and stop always thinking about money. Because when you're constantly thinking and overthinking about it, you're actually sending a message to the universe that this is scarce. Because you don't do that with the most abundant things on earth, like water. Like, and I know not everybody has this privilege, but if you're watching this video and you have internet access, you probably don't have to worry about basic needs like water. So you don't like go into your kitchen, turn on the faucet and be like, oh my God, like the water, like you just like turn it on, unless there's something wrong with it, maybe. But like for a regular person, they're gonna turn on their kitchen and they're just gonna do their thing. They're not gonna be like, oh, like you can turn your kitchen faucet on for an hour, for 2 hours, it'll run. It will run, okay? Same thing with air. You're not like, oh my God, air, like, because air is so abundant, you don't think about it. So you don't think about, overly obsess about things that you feel are super abundant and that you always have access to. You don't. But we overthink about and obsess over the things that we feel like we are losing access to or won't have access to, okay? And another tip to help you get out of this is to not only just desire and not only just stop thinking about it, but to literally be in the energy and the physical presence of things to calm your nervous system. So when you are trying to, again, this is all about like, releasing the shackles. This is all about releasing the shackles of you and money and allowing money to literally support you. So be in the energy of money. If money makes you uncomfortable, you need to go get around money. And that maybe, you know, maybe it's not like some luxury car dealership. Maybe it's just you know, in the business side of town where there's like a lot of business transactions going on. Like literally be in the energy of money. And what I mean by that is calm your nervous system. If you get a little bit nervous or you get a little bit like overly excited around money, like I used to do this. So like whenever somebody would like be driving my dream car, I'd be like, oh my God, like I would start freaking out. Why? Because I didn't normalize it. And so I would freak out. I would have this like nervous system reaction of like super overly excited, and it would turn into anxiety, and all because my nervous system was not receptive to money, and I also didn't normalize it. So anything that you normalize will be able to manifest to you a lot quicker, because all the manifestations that you have now, if you have them because you have normalized them. You have them because you have normalized them. So I hope this video helps you guys. These are just a few tips that I have. I do have one-on-one coaching available. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing videos every single week now, so definitely subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're interested in private coaching, then you can go ahead and click down below and go see the information about private coaching. What I do is I really focus heavily on personal development and spirituality. So my ultimate goal is to help you manifest the life from your vision board, literally birthing your manifestations, your deepest desire, so you can literally have everything that you want. Because I believe that in this life you are supposed to have everything you want. The fact that you want it is evidence enough that you're supposed to have it. Your desires also want you as well. And so that is my goal with my coaching, is to just help you live your best life and to create the life out of your vision board and bring it into the physical 3D world. So with that being said, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.